on Wednesday. Wait, is it Wednesday? I think it's Wednesday. Not sure, but I think it's Wednesday. Another lunch hour, of course. Just gonna run grab me something to eat real fast. Hopefully everyone is having a wonderful and safe day today. It's still cold, but it's starting to warm up just a tiny bit, but it's just going to get right back cold because we got that pretty big winter blast coming. So it's gonna get cold again. Last night's stream was pretty good. Me and my coworker, we had a pretty good time. Tonight's gaming stream will be a little bit more chilled. It won't be as hectic as last night's, but it's gonna be pretty cool. It'll be pretty cool. Not a bad day today so far. We've been slow, but I woke up and my legs weren't hurting that bad today, so that was good. I feel fairly well. Okay, I do feel a little off today. Like I just don't know. I just feel like everything's just blah today. Just like, I don't know. It's hard to explain. But anyway, yeah. So we're gonna grab us some lunch, and there's a couple of things that I do need to do eventually. They moved our date further forward. We were supposed to be in our new shop, or starting to move into our new shop today, but they've moved it once again to, there's two different dates. There's the 26th and then there's January 1st. I honestly don't know which one is which, but we'll get there eventually. So we did have some people come out yesterday and fix our heater in our old shop, so that was nice. It was pretty warm in there this morning, so that was pretty good. I fixed some stuff that got broke yesterday, like our roll doors and stuff like that. I fixed them so we didn't have to call anyone. But yeah, so when we do get in a new shop, I'll probably go buy me a new toolbox, because I was talking about it yesterday. I'll probably just break down and buy one. Man, I don't know why I came to Burger King. They're so slow. Like, I remember one time I came in here and got in line, and I only have an hour for lunch. I literally sat in this line for an hour. Like, literally sat in this for an hour, in this line for an hour. It was crazy. But anyway, yeah. So we got Christmas coming up, and we got New Year's coming up. I don't know. To me, they're just another day. Yeah, I still got to work. I'll be off Christmas, and they said they were going to give us that Monday off. Because I think Christmas is on Sunday. So they said they were going to give us the following Monday off, which, well, we'll see. We'll see. I don't really hold my breath to any of it, but hey, maybe I'm wrong. Wouldn't be the first time, but yeah, it's still a little nasty looking outside. It really kind of stopped raining. It's still a little cold, but it wasn't as cold as it was this morning. It's gonna start getting cold again. But so far, I think I'm pretty much prepared for it. Yeah, so I think sometime this week, the guys want to go back to Tomfoolery's, the pizza joint that we talked about. I think we have a old coworker that's coming into town, and he wants to go, so we'll probably go there. We'll probably do that. Other than that, I mean, honestly, I, my life is not that exciting. It's just not. I don't really do a lot. I go to work and I go home so I can save money to be able to pay the bills. Uh, I, I don't know. I guess if I had a little bit more self-control financially, I could probably balance the two. But honestly, I really don't. I really don't. I go out there and I see something I want, I'm gonna buy it. Even if it breaks me, I'm gonna buy it. But and then of course that's no way to do it. So I pretty much just work and then go home and play some games, watch some TV, go to bed, do it all over again. So, but yeah. So far, it's going. It's going. We're trucking along a little bit at a time here, and I'm eventually gonna have to put my truck in the shop. I gotta get a new gas tank for it. What else? What else? What else? I think that's pretty much it. I mean, I don't. There's not a lot of other things going on. If I wished I could. I kind of wished I could record while I was at work, because some people might not find it funny, but other people would find how we joke around and kid around and play around at work. They would find it funny, because we cut up a lot at work. But unfortunately, because there's too many cars that are coming in, customer cars coming in, and their license plates and all that, it's too much of a liability and a risk to the company and to myself and to those customers to actually record in the shop. So unfortunately, my streams would probably be a whole lot longer, but whenever I'm back there doing my oil changes and stuff, every once in a while there'll be some funny moments, because the guys will come over there and we'll start cutting up or whatnot. But most of the times I have to leave my area and walk around the shop and talk with the guys and all. But like I said, because of all the vehicles and their license plates and all that stuff like that, I can't do it. So today at work they have the Secret Santa and Ugliest Sweater contest, I think it was, that they're doing. So that's pretty cool. These owners are really nice people. I really like the owners of my job. They remind me of the Hensons whenever they used to own the dealerships up there in Madisonville. They're really, really, really nice people, and they really, really do a lot for us, and I appreciate that. That's what makes the job good. That's what makes it, even if you're not really getting paid and you start losing money, if your bosses and owners are cool, it doesn't really matter.
Welcome to Burger King, where you rule. How can I help you today?
Yeah, can I get a number?
Hold on a second.
I like the other one better. Hey, girl.
Burger King.
Yeah, let me get a number 2 with a large fry, large Dr. Pepper.
Okay, anything else?
That'd be it.
Okay, put around. Thank you.
Hey. I like the other one better, because as soon as I pulled up, she said, "Welcome to Burger King, where you rule. How may I help you?" And I started to say something, and the other one was like, "Hold on." Dang. All right. Well, I don't know who pissed in your Cheerios today, but you need to calm the heck down. And then she get back on there talking about what you want. Well, first of all, I want you to calm your attitude down, number one. That's what I want. I want you to calm the heck down because you don't know me. I'm crazy as hell. And I promise you, you will get cussed out in this drive-thru. I promise. You want to act crazy? I didn't pick this profession. You did. Which means you don't be talking to customers any way you want. Y'all, they're trying to... they're trying to get me riled up. They're working on it. Man, look, I'm paying your paycheck. All right. Look, I hope you remember that because you come up there and you're in the business of serving people. That's your job. That's what you picked to do. You needed a job to pay bills. This job pays bills. And without us, you wouldn't be getting paid. So being rude to somebody is probably not the best idea in the world. Probably not good. And then you run up on the wrong one, which I am the wrong one. I promise. I'm not afraid to tell you how it is. But anyway, back to what I was saying. It's kind of important because, like, well, you know, a job, you got to be able to make enough money to be able to pay bills. Okay. And unfortunately, you know, sometimes you can't achieve that goal. Especially kind of jobs like what I have. You know, it's really, you know, it's a roller coaster. It's every once in a while you'll be up and then down and up and down. But anyway, and the reason why it doesn't bother me too bad, like normally in any other job I'd have been like, nah, if I can't make this much steadily, constantly, I'm out. I'm not doing this. But what makes it cool is because these owners are so nice and these owners are cool people. I've talked to the owner, man. We had a barbecue out at the fairgrounds out there a while back, like in October. No, was it October? Maybe it was anyway, the middle of the year sometime. And it was during the rodeo, whenever that was. Well, that's true, but sometimes you gotta get sideways with some people too, because they're just, I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't say nothing to her because I understand sometimes you have a bad day and everything, but when you're in a customer service business that you have to deal with customers, then I mean, even if you're having a bad day, to be able to achieve your ultimate end goal, you have to be nice to people. I mean, like, if a customer is rude to you, I mean, sometimes you gotta sit there and you gotta take it. You just gotta be like, oh yeah, I'm so sorry for the inconvenience, blah 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 blah. When deep down inside you're like, you know what? I'm about to snatch your head completely off of your body if you don't calm down. But you know, if it's the other way around and the employee is being rude to the customer, you might want to tone it down a little bit if you would like to keep your job. Now, you're more than welcome to voice your opinion. This is America and we have freedom of speech. Yeah, right. Anyway, and you're more than welcome to voice your opinion, but if you would like to continue working in the establishment you're working in, kind of got to curve what you say, you know. But anyway, so I met the owner at the fairgrounds at the rodeo, and he and I talked. You know, he and I talked for a while. You know, we sat and chilled and talked, and you know, he offered me some drinks. He says, hey, and I said, well, you know, I quit drinking a long time ago. It's probably been about 5 years or so since I quit drinking. And he's like, well, we got water over there and we got, sodas over there. And I was like, oh, okay, well, thank you. So, he's every day he walks back and forth by my area talking on the phone, doing business and all. And every day he stops by, hey, Dustin, how you doing? I'm doing fine, sir. How you doing? Oh, I'm doing great. You know, and, he's just a really nice guy. And his wife is really nice too. I like both of them. So even though my job is kind of like a roller coaster of, money and hours and all that stuff like that, they make it okay. They make the job okay, and everything. And then that's kind of like that's kind of like that's what you want to be, because anybody can be a boss, and anybody can order people around, and anybody can have you just run, work, and drive your employees in the ground. But if you really, really, really want, the maximum out of your employees, a suggestion is just be nice to them. Do nice things for them. Show them that you appreciate them, and you will get a lot more out of them. And these people do. It's so great. It's great. I mean, I have my moments, of course. Everybody does. And I have, just like everybody in their job, I have an employee that I just got to pray for them. Let's just put it like that, because, cause they make it very hard. They make it to some days I'm just like, I'm done. I'm out. I'm done. Screw it. Tired of this. But then, you had time to calm down and settle down, and then you run into people like my owners who are nice, and they make it much better, and then your whole day is a lot better because of them. So it's a really nice place, man. I'm blessed to have it. I'm blessed to have the job and be able to do what I do and make what I make. So, of course, end goal is to pay bills off completely to where I can retire. That's end goal. I'm still working towards it. And it seems like every time I turn around, though, one of those bills keep going up. And it's discouraging sometimes, because you're like, oh man, I was almost there, and then bam, dang, I'm back up to where I was. But it'll get there one day at a time, check by check. It'll get there. But yeah, so I don't know. Like I said, it's another day, another lunchtime. Just figured I'd swing through here, grab something, which apparently it is not quick. Fast food. It's in the name, fast food. This ain't fast. I probably could have gone out and killed a cow and butchered it my daggone self, put it on the fire, made my own burger by now. But a job's a job, whatever it is. I mean, I've been in the restaurant business before, so I know. I've been in these people's shoe before, and I know. The only difference between me and them is I did something to get out of it. I said I was tired of doing it. I was tired of working it at the restaurant. I was tired of having to deal with it, making minimum wage. And I remember the day. I don't remember what I was doing or where I was working at the time, but I had said, I'm so sick of working minimum wage jobs. That's all I've been doing, is making minimum wage jobs, man. And I can't make any money. I'm living in these dumpy places and everything, and I feel like I'm not achieving anything. Well, you know what? I woke up one day and I said, I'm done. I'm going to change this. I'm going to fix this. And I did. I went and I studied and I did what I needed to do to get my GED. And then from there, I started climbing. I had help, and I went through some rough patches. but I kept climbing, and I can, you know, I can comfortably say that I've made my way up to a comfortable spot in my life. You know, it would be better to share it with someone, but I'm also at a comfortable spot to where I don't have to let me see. Yeah, I think it was. I can't remember exactly where we were. We were close in that area though, and we were trying to outrun the storm. And luckily, I mean, when I say barely, I mean barely made it. We were close. I think by the time we got to the RV park, to where we were getting ready to set up, the wind started kicking up and it started coming down the rain. By the time we finished, like we had just finished that last little bit, and that rain came just pouring on top of us. The wind was blowing, throwing the RV left, and it was crazy. It was absolutely insane. But it was a fun trip though. Like it was a fun trip. I'm not like a big RVer. I feel like it was fun, don't get me wrong, and I can say now that, hey, I've been RVing, and yeah, we went through this state and this state, and we saw this, that, and the other, and that's all cool and everything. But like with me, I want to get to where I was going, so like I was ready. Like I'm kind of glad that my parents didn't let me drive, because I would have had that RV gap down about 70, 75 miles an hour, just cruising, straight through. I wouldn't have stopped for nothing. But I am glad we went though. Like we went to Yellowstone, and on the way out it started snowing on us. That was pretty cool too. That was pretty cool. Yeah. That it was wild. It was a wild time, but it was memorable too. So I can tell people nowadays, you know, hey, y'all think this is a storm? Yeah, try to be in a freaking RV with like wind and storms and tornadoes that were flipping trucks and stuff over on the highway. Yeah, it wasn't like the most, you know, safe thing in the world, but we've stuck it out though. We got it.
You have Textile Walker Mill,
Yes, ma'am.
1309.
There you go. I got it. Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Right after you.
Yes, ma'am.
Go ahead, go on.
Lord have mercy. I'm gonna tell y'all something when I leave. When I get out of here, I'm gonna tell y'all something. Top. Woo! Thank you, ma'am. Y'all, first of all, I seen the woman who was being rude. She healthy. Let's put it like that. When I tell y'all that these suckers here, well, first of all, this ain't a two-way street, person. Okay. Oh, y'all go ahead. Oof. When I tell y'all that on this window in this drive-through, this sucker literally says Merry Christmas, M-E-R-R-Y, Merry Christmas. I almost lost it. Because I'm gonna be nice. I'm just gonna be nice, and I'm not gonna say it, but let me tell y'all, that is the funniest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. And anybody who knows me really, really well, like really knows me, you'll know what's cranking in my head right now. That right there. Lord Jesus. Jesus, take the wheel, please. Yeah, but it was like M-E-R-R-Y, but it was the way they had it spelt. Like they took the A, right? Because it was an A. It was M-A-R-R-Y is the way they had it on there. But what they did was they took part of the A off and made the E. Like they rigged it, I guess, because they didn't have an E, I guess. And so the way they had it on there and the little pitch, I should have flipped it around, but the way they had it was just, it was absolutely hilarious. Absolutely hilarious the way they had it. Dang, man, it's so busy. Yeah, it's so busy at lunchtime over here. Yeah, it was, they just, the way they rigged it up was, I almost lost it. Cause you could tell, you could tell it was supposed to be an A, like they didn't scrape the glue off or whatever. And so you could tell it was supposed to be an A. But anyway, so yeah, we had a good time on that one. We had a good time on the Yellowstone one. That one, I like the Yellowstone one. It was really pretty. You got to see all the wildlife. But tell me, somebody, why in the world, when that sign says, do not feed the wildlife in the moose area, why there was people out there feeding the daggone moose, and people were getting chased, and then they were acting crazy about it? Look, the sign clearly said, don't feed the wildlife. It didn't say don't feed the wildlife, but go ahead and do it anyway because you think you know everything. No, it said don't feed. It either said don't feed the wildlife or don't feed the moose. I can't remember what it actually said, but there's people actually taking pictures. Oh my God, I'm gonna feed the moose and I'm gonna take pictures of it. Yeah, well, guess what? The moose said something different. And then, remember there, or the one that I still have a video up on my channel. And of course, back then I was kind of experimenting with the whole streaming thing. But the time we went to the Grand Canyon and those people were out on the ledge, like literally one false move. I mean, just one tiny false move. It is over. It is over. There is no coming back from that. And they're just out there hanging their feet over the edges with their little selfie sticks and all that. And I was like, yeah, that's why you don't do drugs, people. This is why you don't do drugs when you're pregnant. Because then you wind up with this. I mean, just IQ was not there that day. There was no IQ around. It was zero. And it's funny because I still have that video on my channel. And I remember, I think it was the other day I was going through it, just randomly going through it. And I ran across it and I was like, man, what was this one? I don't remember this one. I was like, wait, yeah, weren't we at the Grand Canyon or something? So I played it and I remembered it. I remembered that y'all were like, you need to go and make a video of this one. You need to look, and all that. And oh my gosh, I swear it was woo. And my brother was so scared of heights, he was crawling toward the edge, and they had a wall up. It was probably, probably a little bit less than waist high. There was a little bit of barrier there. He was crawling to the edge so he could look over it. I walked over there and he almost died. He almost had a heart attack just because I walked over there, and I didn't go over the wall barrier. I didn't go over it. I just kind of went up to it and woo, he flipped. And I was like, I'm fine, chill, man. I got this. But it was really cool. We saw a helicopter down there. I guess they were like a tour helicopter. And, you see on videos and you see on movies and all that, you see Grand Canyon, you're like, that's pretty big, but come on, it's not that big. And then you get there and you wind up seeing a helicopter down there, and that helicopter is that big. That flipping big. That's a deep hole. That is a deep, deep hole. And the ladies at the gas station before we got there to the Grand Canyon had just so happened to let slip, which is the worst thing to do, especially if you know somebody's going to the Grand Canyon. They had accidentally let slip that some people had gone missing or died or something because they fell over the edge or something, like a week before we got there. I'm like, are we sure we're still going? Do we need to, is there something we need to know here? Are we in danger? Are they having cave-ins? What's going on here? So it was funny. It was absolutely funny. But still a good time. Still a good time. That and very memorable. We had a lot of fun doing it. But then COVID hit and all this other crazy mess started happening, and Lord, I tell you, now it's kind of like, yeah, you can't go nowhere now. Every time you turn around, it's something new. Chicken pox, but smallpox, it was a new strand of the flu, new this, new that. Every time, it's like you turn around, bam, there's a new disease. Goodness gracious, are you serious? It's like, okay, if you say so. Hey, yep, I only have a few more minutes because of Burger King for lunch, so I'm gonna go ahead and jump off, eat real fast and all. Hopefully everyone enjoyed the stream. If you did, you know what to do. Leave a like, comment, turn on notification bells. For those of y'all who have kids or are gamers yourself, there's not a whole lot, but whoever are, then we will be doing our gaming stream tonight. Probably same time, probably around 6:37ish or whatnot. I got a couple of people who are going to join in this time and play. So we'll be doing that. And then, of course, like I said, I'll try every day to put out a lunch stream. But you're welcome. But like I said, sometimes the guys want to go out and do stuff, and man, we're in such a tizzy where we're going, what we're doing, all that I don't get to actually go live like I like to. But I'll try. I'll do my best and everything. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, have a safe day, have a safe night, stay warm, be careful, and we'll see y'all on the next one.